After the Wesleyville Fire Department votes to quit taking emergency calls for the borough, officials there asked them to reconsider. A week ago, the fire department said they won't serve the borough until the beginning of 2025. But tonight, both sides came to a compromise. Matt Mathias has our story. Matt.
Well, Jen, the fire department will continue to take emergency calls, but some work needs to be done to maintain services for the future. On June 19th, the Wesleyville Fire Department voted altogether to stop answering calls for the borough this year. And according to the borough mayor, it felt like a slap in the face.
And they're sort of holding us hostage, and we'd have to go out and find another entity to take over as far as public safety for the borough here in Wesleyville.
Mayor Johnson says the fire department has been struggling to respond to calls as it is. The Bell Valley Fire Department even had offered to help with manpower concerns, but they hadn't been onboarded yet months after it was approved.
Nothing against the fire department here, but they haven't been answering calls for the last 2 years, basically because they needed manpower. And here they received the manpower through Bell Valley, and we were just puzzled on why they could not get into the building.
Firefighters say the unanimous vote to stop service wasn't meant to be seen as a turning of their backs on the community, but rather as a way to buy time until they could return to service better equipped to protect. The vote has since been reversed. A member of Borough Council stands with the fire department, saying that many members of the department are concerned about training and being put in situations where they could potentially be hurt.
If they feel like they don't have the proper training, then it's dangerous for them to go in there and run into those buildings and run into those accidents and scenes without having that training. The
fire department does drills every week with Lawrence Park, but many are newer members and could use even more training. Wilder says having the company in the center of their community is reassuring, but if an emergency happens and somebody gets injured or even dies, it would be disastrous.
That's on our community and our fire department, so to have them better trained means that they're going to be able to respond better in the future.
And again, the fire department did have an emergency meeting and voted to rescind last week's vote. And both sides will need to work on a long-term solution here, Jen.
All right, Matt Mathias in the studio. Thank you, Matt.